2 minutes. I will start the class. Good afternoon to all. I will start the class now. Yesterday we have discussed what is mean by object oriented and what is mean by procedure oriented programming, and we have discussed about what is the difference between both, and we have to start the class yesterday. Today we will continue from the class. We have already discussed again. Once again, I will revise and we will do for the objects today. I already told in object, the Python is one of the object oriented programming. So we will go for the fundamental. One is the class and object and attribute and method. Here the class is nothing but it is the blueprint of which is consisting of the methods and the attributes. So the object is nothing but it is the instance of the class. Without object we cannot access the methods and attributes in classes. So it can help to accessing the objects uh, and attributes. Attribute as the object. It's, accessing the attributes and methods by using the object. So it is called as instance of the class. Instance of the class. So attribute is nothing but it will be a description of or descriptor, or it may be a characteristics of any real-time objects. It will be called as attributes. And method is nothing but it is an action that the class or object could take. That is whatever the operation we are going to do, it will be defined in the methods, right? In the method, is there any actions what we are going to do in it, program that will be defined as a method. So we have to mainly focus in Python. There will be uh, classes and object, attributes and methods, and the inheritance. One more concept is a constructor. So these are all we are going to discuss here. So the first thing is class. It will be, the class is nothing but it will be provide a meaningful bundling of data and functionality together. That is, we have to when you are creating the class, it should contains the attributes and also the methods. So the method is include their functionality. The attributes includes the characteristics of variables, or it may be anything in that are included in your program. So here the bundling of data is nothing but it will be your variables or your attributes name. Then the functionality is nothing but it is an operation. The operations are included in your methods. So like the class creates a user defined data structure which hold its own data member and own data member function. The data member is nothing but it is the attributes of your classes. So here the member functions or member functions or methods, right? So these must be included in when you are creating the class. It should be must. So we have to define the variables and member functions within the class. So the class and the member functions are called the method. The data members are called attributes or the variables. So the class is like a blueprint for an object. The object is an instance of a class, like the way the class is a blueprint for an object. So it will be vice versa. So the class is like a blueprint for an object, and also the object is the instance of the class. This will be vice versa. Then next, when you are going to create the Python class, we have to keep in your mind in some points. The classes are created by the keyword class. Then attributes or the variables. I already said no, that the attributes or nothing but is the variables belong to the class. So whatever the attributes we have to define as a variable, the attributes or we have to make it as variables, because for example when you are taking the class rectangle, where it will be the length and breadth, right? So length and breadth is the characteristics of rectangle. It will be when your the characteristics are converted into the variables, right? The attributes are always public, that can be accessed by using the dot operator. When you are creating any attributes here in class, it is always public. It can be accessed using the dot operator. For example, my class and my attribute. My class is the class name. This is the class name. My class is the class name. Then my attribute is the attribute name. Attribute, that is variable name. That is the variable name. So the variable name, we have to call the any variable or attributes or base accessed by the using the dot operator. So this is the class definition syntax. The class is the keyword. This is the keyword. The class name is the any user defined name, any user defined name. There will be, we have to given any number of statement, that is n1 up to n2. These are all the statement. These statements are included attributes and methods of your class. Attributes and methods of your class. The example here, the class is the keyword and bag is the class name. The pass is one of the statement here. Let me explain at the end. So the here class is the keyword that indicates that you are creating the class followed by the name of the class. Next one, the object is an instance of the class. I already told there will be vice versa. Object is the instant of the class. The class is the blueprint of object. So here, a class is like a blueprint, while an instant the copy of the class with actual values. So whenever you have to call the copy of using the object, we can take the values from the, that is the instance of the copy of the class. We have to access the copy of the value from the class. Value from the class. You have many bags to create the many different instance. Without class as a guide, we you would lost and you not knowing information, what information required. So object should be consist of these three uh, elements. That is one is it is a state, one of the elements. So here there will be a three elements over there. One is state, another one is the behavior, another one is identity. So the first one, state. What is mean by state? The state is nothing but we are going to represent the attribute of an object, represented by a attributes on object. That will be it is reflected, that is the property of object. When you are defining the state as an object, it will be a attributes of object. It also reflect the properties of object. How we have to write the state? It will be a properties of one object. Next one, behavior. The behavior is nothing but it will be represented by the methods of object. It will be the behavior, whatever we are going to do, it will be represented as a method. Then it will be response from object to other object. So third one, identity. It gives the unique name to an object. It is gives the unique name to an object, and it will be enables one object to interact with other object. It will be interact with other object. So these are all the three options. These are all the object may be consist of these one. Next one, declaring the object. How we have to declare the object? And here, the declaration of object is called instantiating the class. When an object of the class is created, the class is said to be instantiated. So all those instances or shadow the attributes and behavior of the class. Behavior of the class. That is when you are but the values of those attributes, the states are unique to each object. Whatever the object we have to create, for example, when you are normally we have to create use the C and C++ and Java, right? So there will be an object, for example, the class name is student, then we have to create student S1. So for a single class, we have to create n number of objects, right? For example, student is a class S1 and S2 and S3. So we have to create for a single class, the student is the class name, we have to create the object for those classes. That is it we, but the value of those attributes of unique for each object, if you are pass the value to S1, it will be different, or it will be say no need to all the values should be accessed by those objects. Each object having a unique values, right? So the single class may have any number of instance. The single class have a many number of instance. So this is the example what the like we have to use the C++ in C++, like the way we have to use S1, S2, S3. So these are all the format for using C++. Like the way here also in Python also in a single class may have any number of instant. Instant is nothing but that is the object. It is nothing but object. So we have a any number of objects for a single class. So here there will be a example for the class. So how we have to accessing the class variable and how we have to create the class and objects here. Here there will be a name. The class is the keyword. Class is the keyword. Then here the bag is the class name. Class name. Then these are all the command line simple class attributes. We have to create these two attributes here. That is attribute one is the size. This is the one of the attributes. We have a two attributes here. Two attributes here. One is attribute 1 and attribute 2. We have to assign the value, size and color. This is this sample example. So we have assigned attribute 1 and 2 value here. Then we have to create the sample method or the attribute. The classes included the attribute and methods, right? Yeah, when you're creating the class, it includes the n number of statement, right? These are it must be a variable or it may be a method. So when you are creating the class, we have to create the attributes and we have to create the methods in the particular class. So the classes includes the bundle of attributes and methods. So we are having the two attributes here and one method is in the class bag. So here the sample method, this is def is the keyword. This is the keyword for creating the function. So the function is the method here. The function is a method here. Then there will be two print statement. We have to call the self dot a attribute 1, self dot attribute 2. What is mean by self? This is your doubt, right? The self represents the instant of the class. The self is nothing but it is the keyword. It is represents the instance of the class. By using the self keyword, we can access the attributes and methods of the class in Python. So it binds with the attributes with the given arguments. So here that is when you are using the keyword self, it will be access the attributes and methods of the classes. So it will be attributes with given the arguments in Python. Where the reason why we are using the self keyword here. So the reason is you need to use self dot. That is because the Python does not use any syntax to refer the intent of attributes. That's why we are using the self keyword here. So the self represents the instance of the class. The self represents the instance of the class. By using the self keyword, we can access the attributes and methods of the class like objects. So it will be the attributes with given arguments. In the reason why we have to use the self keyword, because Python doesn't have any syntax to refer the instance of the class. So here, when you are taking the instance or to which the method belongs to passed automatically, but it not received automatically, then the first parameter of method is the instant of method and call down. So here, like the way the self keyword is the one of the keyword we have to use pass in our uh, uh, program. So here the self is like a object, that is instance of the object. This is one of the object, like the way we have to use the self as the arguments. This is the first instant of the class. So self dot attribute one, self dot Hasan. Don't unmute your. Here, the self is one of the instant, that is self dot attribute one and self dot attribute two. So here the object instantiation, that is the Roger, is the another object. So we have to create. So we have to initialize, that is the instant of class. That is the, here the class is the bag. We have to initiate instantiation, and we have to accessing the attributes and method through the objects. There will be we have to print Roger dot attribute. The Roger is another object. We have to use the Roger dot attribute and Roger dot fun. When you're in the method, we have a two print statement. When you're trying to access the function, that is calling function, when you're given the function, it automatically the control was transferred to the function here, that is fun. So they, when you are calling the function, it will be go for that. Then it will be these two statements or under the function. These two statements will be printed at a second. So before that, we are you accessing the attribute directly. Here there is a print Roger dot attribute one. When you are calling this one, what is the attribute here? That is attribute one. So the attribute one, what we have assigned, that is the size. So when you are execute this program, what will be the output? So the first thing, this statement will be executed. So the print Roger dot attribute one is size. One is size. So it will be printed first. Then when we are calling the function, that is, it will be go to the method second. So there will be a function. It will be having a two print statement. So it will be printed second. The at here also we have to print the self dot attribute one. So the first one, size, again the size will be print. Then next one, self dot attribute two. So the attribute two is what value we have assigned here, that is color. So the next one, it will be printer color. So this is the output. This is the example for the class and object. Um, Next one, the self represents the instance of the class. By using the self keyword, we have to access the attributes and methods. It is also that is, it makes the methods belongs to automatically. We have to pass the arguments as the self. So next one, init method. I already previously I have given the explanation for int. Here there will be a one method, that is init method. Init method. It will be written, that is hyphen hyphen init. When you are shows in program or coding, it will be like a single line, but it will be a continuous line of this one. That is, we have to given the hyphen two times. So then it will be a init method. Init method is one of the reserve methods in Python. It will be a reserve method in Python. So init method is the one of the method. It is the reserve methods in Python. In object-oriented programming, we have to call it as a constructor. Here, when you are using the init method, it will be called as the constructor. So here there will be a when you are trying to use the constructor, we have to use the init method. So init method can be called whenever the object is created from the class and access is required to initialize the attributes of class. Initialize the attributes of class. So we have to use the two keywords here. One is the self, another one is init method. The self is used to accessing the methods and variables. It will be passed in your or passed to the arguments. It will be accessing yeah, there is no arguments. It will be a first argument. It will be automatically calling the uh, accessing the variables and methods, accessing the variables in the class. So the next one is init method. It is also one of the reserve methods in Python. In the object oriented programming, we have to it is called as it was called as the constructor. So in init method, we can call whenever the object is created from the that is instance of the class. The object is created from the class. Init method can be called whenever the object is created from the call. That is constructor concept. The constructor is what is named win by constructor. Whenever you have to create the object, it will be automatically called the methods. So from the class. So like the init method is the like a constructor. It is whenever the object is created from the class and it will be access is required to initialize the attributes of those class. So here the example for the class of constructor. We have to use we have the class here. The keyword class is the keyword. The person is the class name. Class name here. Def is the again it is also a keyword. So under init is the method. It is a special method. So self, we have to pass the three arguments here. This is the one argument. This is the self argument. Then another we have to given two arguments, that is name and age. So when you're this is act as a object. So self dot name, it will be name assigned as a name. Then self dot age, it will be assigned the age is equal to the name and age attribute. We have to assign those values. Then there will be one function here. The def is the keyword. So definition of the function, there is the keyword for def and my function is the function name. My function is the method name or the function name. So there, when you are using in the function in classes, it will be called as methods. It will be called as methods. So the definition of function here. Normally we can call it as a function, but when you are using in class, it will be called as method, right? So in the method, there will be two different types of method. One is the init method, another one is the user defined method. When you are using the init method, we have to call it as the constructor. So when you are using the normal function, we will define the where it is the user defined function. We have to give all those method functions and the objects here. So here the P1 is the one of the object. So when you are creating the instant, that is object of the class, that is p1 is the object here when for the person class. Here the class, the person is the class name. We have to given the name and age there. So we have to pass the value of P1 object. It will be called the function self. It will be called the function, that is init method. So whenever you have to create the object, it will be automatically called the constructor. So there will be a value we have to pass. It will be go for the init method. So when we have to call the p1 dot my function, it will be calling the this function, calling the my function. Are you clear? When your object is created, it will be called the this function. Automatically, it will go for the init method. So when you are calling the p dot one dot mi function, it is act as the constructor. It has act as the constructor. So whenever the object is created, it is automatically call the constructor function. That is, we have to use the init method here, init function here. So whenever you have to object has been created, it will be called the init method. Otherwise, it will be a normal p1 dot my function or p1 dot name or p1 dot age. It will be calling the particular function. So here the p1 is the object. P1 is the object. It will be called the function my function. So this is the method. It will be called this function. So when you are calling this function, it will be pass these two values here. Then it will be print this value for a and name and age. When you are calling this function, hello, my name is self dot name. The name will be referred from the here taken as here self dot name, that is the mainly self is used for their use access their own objects. So self dot name, it will be access the name, whatever the name you have to pass there, it will be accessed by self dot name. So the self dot name we will be it will be printed. The first thing, they will be print these values, and the next function, when you are calling the next function, it will be calling the p1 dot my function. So first, whenever the object is created, automatically the constructor will be called here. The next one, if the object using the function name, it will be calling the user defined function. The next one, this is also the same one. This is called as a init method, or it may be a constructor. The define keyword init self command name. We have to define only one name here. So when you are calling say hi is the another method. This is the self. We have to pass the argument as the self as the argument. Here print hello, my name is. So when you are assign the name, that is nickel, it will be assigned there. It will be printed in the calling function. So another one is we are going to modify the object properties. So there will be possibilities to changing the modifying the object properties in Python. So modify object properties. You can modify the properties of object like this. How we have to set the modify the value. So this is the example. We have to set the age for P1 to 40. So P1 dot age equal to 40. So instead of passing the arguments, we are able to or we are assigning the values to modify those number. Um, P1 dot P1 is the object. It is the property that is attribute. We are given the new value to modify the object value. So this is possible in Python. The next one, delete the object property. You can delete the properties of on objects by using the keyword del. Using the keyword delete keyword. So this is the uh, syntax that is the example is given below. Del, del, it is the keyword we have to use in Python for deleting the object property. So we want to delete those values in using the delete command, that is del is the keyword, then p1 dot age, it will be delete the property of the objects. Then I already told there will be a one statement pass statement. This is the pass statement we have to use in your first example itself. There will be a pass. So, what is this pass? The pass is nothing but when you are trying to, we have to create the empty class in C++, right? So, like the way we are also able to create a empty class in Python using the pass statement, using the pass statement, and the class definitions cannot be empty, but if you are some reason you have to the definition without with no content, but we have to pass the pass statement to avoid to getting the error. So whenever we have to create the class with that is usually we have to create the class C1. So here we have to create the empty class in C or C Java like. So here, instead of these empty class, we are creating the, we are using the pass statement for empty class. This class is called, that is empty class. So we are not defining empty class. So we are using the past statement. So this is called, there is in the past statement will be indicates the um, interpreter, that is there is no content in the class, no content in the class, that is no attribute and no methods in the particular class. This is this is we have to done using the pass keyword. We have to done this, we have to created the empty class in using the pass statement. Just a minute. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. One more thing I want to inform, that is for TD1, um, for the Python, in your experiment 1, there will be having a data types, right? There will be one experiment Python data types. For that, you have to display use the number data type and a list tuple string. These are all we have already done in the first week of the classes. So you have to add those comments, that is numbers, list, tuple and string, set. These are also you have to include those data types, and you have to show their comments, and you have to share all this screenshot or the comments. What will you get the output? You have to record all those things in the experiment of Python data types. So number data type like int, float, complex. Then other than that, for a one more thing, number system, binary, octal, hexadecimal. Then for another one, string data types, list, tuple. These are a set. These are all you must include all those comments, and you have to list out all those comments in data type. This is the information for TD1 Python lab. TD1 Python lab, those who are doing the experiment 1 and 2, the first experiment. Yeah, we have a experiment 1, right? In that particular, the first experiment, we have to, in A, we are having a data types, right? So for that data type, you include all those comments, whatever we have done in the first week of lab. So you have to include all those comments, that is numbers, string, and tuple, list. All those data type you must include, and you have to submit your assignments. So for the batch, there will be a single batch for all TD1, right? So all the students or TD1 are requested to do their practical 1 and 2 according to their lab manual. The lab manual is already uploaded in e-content as well as in your we no, you have to list then what is the use of that, and what is when you are given the comment, then what is the output. So you have to do it first. Use of the common name, write the common name, then what is the use of the particular comment, then you have to given the yes with the example. Okay, it should be a number, string, list, and also the tuples. You must include all those comments, whatever they in the first experiment that you do, and you have to include in the practical 1. I already extend the date for submission of those assignments, that is practical 1 and 2. So you have to kindly prepare according to as per your manual. So you have to submit before coming to the next lab. Okay, that's all your class today. Kindly share your attendance. Do it fast. Hassan, Muhammad Abdullah, Ria, Raj, Rati. Have you all entered your attendance? Muhammad, Muhammad Gohar, Ahmad. Okay. Thank you all. You can leave. Okay. Okay. You can leave the class. Thank you all. Yuvraj, Majid, Ali, Ali Ahmed, Majid.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Ali.
Yes, ma'am. Please, here he is not able to send his number.
Okay. Tell me his number.
He's 110
8110 TT1,
four
right?
double one zero.
4110
Yes, ma'am.
4110 TT1.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Majid, Nigar,